A heartfelt homecoming for a man serving our country. Good evening and thank you for choosing us at 6. I'm Arielle Cadet. The first round of subpoenas have been issued by the Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack on Capitol Hill. You know, I don't think that I appreciated the warm weather enough.
Yes.
I think I should have appreciated that because now we are in my least favorite time of year. And I didn't appreciate the summer.
And they're tackling cancel culture.
It's one of my favorite shows. It's called The Morning Show.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
You gotta watch it. It's our lives.
I know. I think that's why I don't watch it.
Too close to home.
Too close to home.
Police are telling me that this all started at this gas station, this Shell gas station on State Boulevard right behind me. I'm at the entrance of Jefferson Point, and our station's only about 10 minutes away from Jefferson Point. It took us a while to get down here, so that just shows you how bad the roads are.
Just under an hour here, Allen County Republicans will meet right behind me in the Ramada Plaza. Officials say there will be precautions in place tonight because of the pandemic.
I want to take you a little bit closer to the house that's right behind me. There's still firefighters on the scene. He says that this was the first active case that he has dealt with as a bishop, and he says that he thought the church had moved past such issues like this.
This is something that a lot of little kids can do. It's super easy, and they love putting their fingers in paints and getting a little messy there. Yeah, first let's go check on the weather with meteorologist Nick Maruziak. Nick, I was a little chilly walking outside this morning. I mean, I'm always a little chilly.
You would.
And I have long sleeves on, so I was like, oh, I'll be okay. And no. Great weather to stay inside and watch some football.
Oh,
we
definitely.
Were all talking about.
Yes.
We're keeping up with our fantasy teams. You guys are doing a little bit better than I am.
I'm losing. I'm doing okay. I still got 2 guys to play tonight.
We're going to go look at our teams. We want to see you back here tonight at 11. Have a great day. End of the meeting, it was a slim 4-3 vote, but masks will stay recommended, not required for students and staff. The nation grapples with yet another spike in COVID cases driven by the Delta variant. President Biden will deliver a speech today outlining a new 6-pronged strategy to combat the pandemic. It was a solemn day across the country. Dedications to those lost at the 3 sites where nearly 3,000 people lost their lives. Well, let's pause here and take a live look over downtown Fort Wayne on a pretty beautiful Sunday here in the Summit City. It's just been a great weekend, and it's just going to be another great week. Let's check in with meteorologist Gabe Pro, who joins us in the Weather Center. Gabe, you're doing pretty good on this forecast.
It's a day that all girls dream of when they're younger, and that was no different for Claire Shibley.
I wanted chic and industrial. That was kind of my whole vision. So, you know, looking at all these different venues in Fort Wayne, there was obviously a bunch of different locations to look at.
Claire found the Elysian Event Center downtown and fell in love with it as soon as she and her mother, Trisha, toured the venue.
Just the way they sold us on it was amazing. I mean, it sounded like a dream come true. It really, really did.
Everything was beautiful. Exactly what Claire wanted, exactly what we could envision for her wedding day.
The Shibleys immediately put down their $4,000 deposit for the space, and soon they started hearing whispers that not all was well.
We started hearing that there might be some situations going on at the end of October, maybe about the 3rd week of October. So we reached out, we sent emails, we sent phone calls, and they came unanswered. And so that was a little alarming to us.
Trisha tells me one of the owners finally contacted Claire. She showed me the email from the company telling her not to worry and that everything was going according to plan. But then a couple days later, she got the shocking news.
Not even 2 or 3 days later, we got an email from Renee Miner, the owner of Empyrean Events, saying that she was closing her doors and that it was done.
Claire was in shambles when she read the email and didn't know if she would ever find another venue.
And then all of a sudden, we were out not only $4,000, which was the deposit, but we were also out a venue and everything that came along with Empyrean.
And they're not the only ones. I've received multiple calls and emails from customers and employees that had the exact same thing happen to them. One of those employees was Kat Rogers.
Well, I had got the email and my initial reaction was like, well, I just started working here. This is very strange.
Rogers says the owners claimed someone else would take over and everything would be okay. That didn't happen. And when Rogers tried to cash the last check, it bounced.
I was really kind of confused I know another coworker that I worked with, luckily I added on Facebook, and she said the same thing happened to her. And when she tried to reach out to Renee, Renee said she'd fix it and then never emailed her back.
So I tried to reach out to Renee myself. I gave her a call.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
But no answer. So I sent her a text and still nothing. Rogers and the Shibleys say they're disappointed she would leave so many people high and dry.
Okay, everybody makes mistakes. Own up to your mistakes, take responsibility, and try to help these people find another plan B. Just to walk away and say, I took your money, too bad for you, is just horrifying.
I know a coworker, she's a single mom with 3 kids, and she's really relying on that just for a little bit of Christmas money to spend on her kids. And I think that's also really heartbreaking, and I think that's kind of selfish on Renee's part.
Rogers works as a bartender now in Decatur, and Claire's still going forward with her wedding. She found a new venue that she loves, and she has some advice for those brides who still may be feeling a bit stuck.
Feel those feelings, that anger, but then once you're done with that, realize that the venue is not everything. It's who you're with is what's the most important thing.
Joshua Cooper's family sitting on the couch and remembering a young man who was taken away from them way too soon.
Our very close-knit family. Josh is a extravagant young man.
The night his family heard the news, they say they felt a million emotions at once: anger, sadness, and disbelief.
It's a pain that is deep inside of you. Feels like your heart is being ripped out of your chest.
Josh was kind-hearted. His smile light up a room. He was not somebody that was involved in any type of negativity in society. So that the manner he was killed, it's a tragedy, not only for my family but the community as a whole.
Josh's cousin, Javon Warfield, wants the community to remember the young men, so he's using a demonstration on Tuesday to stand up against injustices like this.
This is something that needs to be taken care of properly, and our presence tomorrow is meant for that, just to show that we are here, we are paying attention, we are very vigilant, we are going to be we're going to really be paying attention to what's going on, and we are looking for the proper justice.
As the country reckons with race, seeing these young black men killed in this way is another heartbreaking blow.
When things happen like this in the black community, it shouldn't be a question of if justice, it should be when justice.
Justice for 3 young men, 2 dead, 1 badly hurt. Men with promising futures and who leave behind families whose lives will never be the same.
Long live Jay Coop, long live Andy. We just wanted to keep that going, knowing that they living through us. And that was the main reason why we wanted to all go to the courthouse to show we all united for Josh and Andy. And we living through them, and they living through us.